जाने समझे ज्ञान वास्तुशास्त्र का, पृथ्वी अग्नि जल वायु स्थान कहाँ आकाश का।
ओम वास्तु पुरुषाय नमो नमः।
खुद ही समझो खुद ही जानो, कहता है क्या घर आपका।
Friends, I am Mahesh Gyani. I belong to Vastu Associates. Vastu Associates is an organization which works under the blessings of my Gurudeva, my master Dadaji, Pujya Dadaji. We are a group of about 20 people working in Vastu Associates. All of us are dedicated to this noble cause of our master, our spiritual master, Pujya Dadaji, revered Dadaji. Friends, the purpose of my being here is to educate you all about the ancient science of home building. This ancient science of home building has been given to us by gods of Hindu religion. Hindu religion is a baby of Indus Valley civilization. History has not gone beyond Indus Valley civilization. The oldest civilization known to mankind is the Indus Valley civilization. This planet, a lot of civilizations like Greek civilization, Egyptian civilization, Chinese civilization, the Babylon civilization, and many more. But the Indus Valley civilization is supposed to be the oldest known to mankind. Indus Valley civilization has given birth to one religion that is known as the Sanatan religion, that is now popularly known as the Hindu religion. This Hindu religion has blessed mankind with various sciences, various ancient sciences. The science of numerology, popularly known in India as Ank Shastra, is blessed by Hindu religion. The science of future forecasting, popularly known as Jyotish Shastra, the science of planets, is also the blessing of this religion. The science of Yoga Shastra, the science of taking various postures, making various postures of this human body so that to enable the human body to sustain good health for long period of years, is also blessed by this religion. The science of Ayurveda, the science of medicine, is also blessed by this religion. The various trees and the various plants on this planet are just not there because they give oxygen. They are all medicines, medicines for human beings. We have to understand the usages of these plants and herbs so that we can protect our bodies, our body from illnesses. Similarly, it has given us the science of mantra, science of tantra and science of yantra. Every little bit was understood by these ancient priests to a depth where they could generate a science out of this, create a science out of this. Everything they used to understand very scientifically. They were much intelligent than us. they had a better vision than us, and they created all these sciences, out of which one of the sciences is the science of home building. Sparrows, birds, fishes, animals have been given the science of their home building. A sparrow will build its nest according to certain rules and regulations. A snake will build its house according to certain rules and regulations. A frog must build his house according to certain rules and regulations. An ant must build its house according to some rules and regulations. Likewise, man must also build his house according to some rules and regulations. He must follow some norms. The science teaches us the ifs and buts, the do's and don'ts of home building. I am going to educate you all about this science. I am going to brief you all about this science. And I am going to tell you that if your house is not built according to the norms of this science, then what are the problems that you are going to face? 70% of the illnesses that we see today, 70% of the diseases that we go through these days are just because we have flouted the norms of home building, just because we have distorted our homes and we have made our homes not at par with these norms of home building. When we say ancient science, we must understand that it is different from medical science, it is different from engineering science. The difference between a medical science and the ancient science is that medical science may differ from its opinion today and from its opinion tomorrow, but the ancient science will never differ from its opinion that was given 2000, 20,000 years ago and today. The opinion of ancient science will remain the same over a period of thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Medical science may say that you must take out the air bubbles out of an injection, because if this air bubble will go into the body, human body, then the human body cannot dissolve this air bubble and it can be fatal for the human body. So, a doctor is supposed to check his injection and take out all the air bubbles before piercing this injection into a human body. This is what medical science said, say about 15 years ago. Today, medical science says it differs from its opinion. Then today it says that human body can dissolve an air bubble and nothing is wrong with that. So, if there's an air bubble in the injection, doesn't really matter, let it go into the body will dissolve this air bubble. So, medical science may differ from its opinion that they gave yesterday, and it will differ from it today. When I was a child in the school, I have read and learned that if somebody gets burns and somebody is on fire, a human being is on fire, they said, do not pour water on him, rather put a blanket around him to diffuse the fire. Why? Because they said that if you pour water on him, there would be bubbles on his body which will be very difficult to treat. So, the best thing is put a blanket around him to diffuse the fire. Today, medical science says there are 7 layers of skin. Once you put the blanket on the body of somebody who is under fire, then you do put off the fire, and apparently you don't see the fire, but maybe the 6th and the 7th and the 5th layer of the skin is under fire, and that is going to damage the muscle and eventually the bone. So, it would be good enough if you put water on him and put off the fire, so that we want to make sure that all the 7 layers of the skin are not under fire and not burning from within. Doesn't matter about the air bubble, doesn't matter about the bubbles that will boils that he will have on the body, we will treat the boils. So, the sciences of these days may have a change of mind over a period of time, over a period of 10, 20, 50 years, and they might give a different version to the whole science, different version to their thoughts or different version to their hypothesis. But ancient sciences will never give you a different version even over a period of 20,000 years. If it says this is it, this is the rule, then that is the rule, it will never change. So, my friends, without wasting much time, let us start on to the business of understanding what is the science of home building, how it works and how it applies, and in the contemporary situation of 21st century, how do we rectify our homes or our offices or our factories if they are not according to the norms of the science of home building. So, before going into the rectification part, before going into the remedial part, we must understand that how it works and why you should believe in this science of home building, which is popularly known as Vastu Shastra. I would tell you why you should believe in this science. First of all, like I told you, that 70% of the illnesses and diseases come out of distortion of home building science. You are very intelligent person, you are very competent, but in spite of your intelligence, in spite of your competence, you are not what you should have been. For example, if you were supposed to make say $4,000 a month, you are only making $1,500 a month. You realize that I am competent, I can do this job, I can do that job, I can do this, I can do that, I am not getting an opportunity. In spite of all your efforts, you do not see a way through. Now, this creates a lot of frustration in your mind, because somebody who is a friend of yours, you think he is not as competent and is making probably $4,000, and you, because you think you are more competent and you are still under, around $1,500, it gives you a lot of frustration. Now, in spite of all your efforts throughout those years, 5-7 years, you realize that you are not coming up, you are not reaching out to $4,000, and your progress is stagnant, you are not moving further. Now, you have tried the best you could, but there is some force that is not allowing you to reach to that mark of $4,000. Now, what is this force that is stopping you to reach to the optimum level of your competence? Now, this is that force that maybe you are not sleeping in the right corner of your house where you were supposed to sleep. Maybe your entrance door of your house is not in the proper position. Maybe the small kitchen that you have in your house is not properly placed. Maybe the toilets in your house are not properly placed. So, this is all what we are going to talk about, that where should the toilets be, where should the bedroom be, which bedroom you should be using, where should be your prayer rooms, where should be your main door, where should be your storage of water, where should be your other things, where should be your staircase, and where should be your garage. These are the things that we are going to talk. We are going to talk about the orientation of various things in your home. So, which are these various things? Like I said, staircase, toilet, drawing room, bedroom, family room, living room, kitchen, staircase, garage, entrance door. These are the things that we are going to talk about, and we are going to scientifically see why they should be there and why they should not be there. We will try to understand this scientifically. Somebody wants to get married, but is not able to get married. He wanted to get married at 22, he is now at 32, still unmarried. He wants to get married, but somehow, somewhere, something is going wrong and he is not getting married. somebody has not done any wrong to anybody, somebody is not also wrongly placed, all of a sudden he gets a court matter and he has to go and face the court, and for no wrong office, he has done no wrong, but for whatever the reason, he says, why do I have to go to court? I have done no wrong. But then he's got a memo from the court that he has to appear in the court, and he thinks, why should I be going there? But he is into a spot where he needs to go to the court and maybe defend himself and say that, well, I have done no wrong, and the court may also say, we are sorry, we have troubled you, you may please go. But the fact is that he had to go to the court for no wrong office. So there are situations in life where you may not have done something wrong, but still you may have to face something that you never wanted to. Say for example, you have been working very hard in your organization, you have been showing a lot of commitment, a lot of passion for your work, but all of a sudden your boss, he gives you a show cause notice, or maybe he suspends you and says you are suspended from the job, please give us a reason why we should not suspend you, or give us a reason why we should not terminate you. Now he realizes with that letter in his hand, he says, well, look here, with all my commitment, with all my passion, I have been working in this organization for last 7 years, why this letter has been given to me? Because there are so many people around me who really don't work as much as I do. There are so many people who go out for a smoke, who go out for a tea, and they are not as committed as I am. I do long hours, I don't take holidays, and this letter has come to me. Why? And this is a type of situation which you face maybe in all spheres of life. Now when this happens again and again repeatedly, you start getting frustrated, you start getting irritated, and you want to think that which is this force that is coming in my way of my growth.
अगर आप भी पूज्य दादाजी का आशीर्वाद प्राप्त करना चाहते हैं तो स्क्रीन पर दिखने वाले नंबर पर अपनी समस्या या रोग बताकर परम गुरु का आशीर्वाद प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। ये सेवा निःशुल्क है।
वास्तु एसोसिएट्स 65 संपत राव कॉलोनी, आरसी दत्त रोड, वडोदरा, गुजरात।
हमारे कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर हैं 09925048011, 09879108652, 09879108653, 09653, 09879108654, 08980005760, 08980005761, 08980005762 और 08980005763। हमारा फोन नंबर है 0265235412। हमारा टेलीफैक्स नंबर है 0265